Gun Freak Nation, it's the press, TElectrik. Lately here in the D, it's been a whole slew of armed robberies. People been getting robbed left and right at the grocery store, casino, restaurants. People been getting robbed even in the front of their house. You got jack boys following you home. They might see you at the store, gas station, and they'll follow you home and get the drop on you. So there's been a couple of people that has gotten unalived that way, but that's because they had on flashy jewelry. Like, for instance, it was a young man that was unalived at the Coney Island, not too far from me. He had on these, expensive glasses, Cartiers, whatever they call them. He had on jewelry, you know what I'm saying? He had on jewelry. And they sized him up and they robbed him and they took his life. Even after they got what they wanted, which was his wallet and his jewelry and his glasses, them savages didn't care. You know why? Because they was out there on a mission for the devil. They was out there doing the devil's work. So my advice, if you don't want to become a target, don't be a target. Don't be the center of attention. Don't have on, your high-end jewelry and, your fancy watches and glasses and stuff, because it's only setting you up to get robbed. They target people with nice cars. They definitely gonna target you if you got on jewelry. You're gonna be a target. I remember back in the day when I used to open carry, and I remember one day, man, I was going to the gas station and I saw just a bunch of seedy, shady young people. And I just knew if I would have walked in there with that Glock on my hip, they probably was just gonna launch an attack, just bum rush me and just disarm me. And hell, you could possibly get get unalived by your own weapon. No, a couple of years ago, not too far from me, it was a police officer, a Detroit police officer, in his uniform, not undercover, not wearing a suit. He wasn't a detective. He was on patrol. He was a Detroit police officer in his uniform. They even tried to jump him and disarm and take his gun, but he fought back with him and was able to get his gun back, get control over his weapon. So listen, Gun Freak Nation, y'all stay safe out there. You never know who got you in their line of sights. You never know who is following you. That's why I said you got to keep your head on a swivel at all times, because you could just be going to a restaurant and guess who could be there? The savages, right? They can be there waiting on you. Don't present yourself as being a soft target either, man. You got to command an attitude. You have to command an attitude like you alert and you ready for whatever. Trust me, when these robbers, these hit boys, these jack boys, whatever you want to call them, these savages, they can size you up. They gonna be the deciding factor of who they gonna target. And I guarantee you, if you acting like you already may be armed, or you paying attention and looking around to everything around you, 9 out of 10, they're not gonna bother you. They gonna go to the next victim. They gonna go to the person that got their face in their phone. They gonna go to the person that ain't paying attention, that ain't looking over their shoulder. They don't have their head on their swivel. You feel me? That's a soft target to them. So please, I know you gotta live. I know if you got some nice jewelry that you want to wear it, and you should be able to wear it wherever you want to wear it. That's your right. But you know we living in a devil world, a devilish world, and we got his minions running all around us. So you need to be prepared that if you decide to wear your fleshy jewelry, have your gun on you, man. Have a concealed carry, get a concealed carry license. Carry, because you setting yourself up to be a target. If you run across the wrong savages and they see you with jewelry and you know, fancy expensive glasses and watches and bracelets, you're gonna be a target. It's just that simple. You don't want to be a future victim like that. Because nowadays, even when you comply with them, they offing you off anyway. They unaliving you anyway. They don't like to leave witnesses. We dealing with some cold-blooded, you know, heartless savages. And they're not to be trusted. They not to be trusted. You hear me? These are some wicked, evil savages. So next time when you're going out to a family function, or you just want to go out and you want to put on your best of the best, please be careful, because guess what? Savages out there looking, and they want to hit a lick, and you just may be that lick that they decide to want to hit, you know. So, Gun Freak Nation, y'all stay armed, stay responsible with your firearms, stay righteous, and be ready to send that savage to Funky Town. I love you, Gun Freak Nation. Salute. By the way, working on some new Gun Freak music. It's coming real soon, y'all. Also, I want y'all to just be thankful that you're in the land of the living. We got so many demons out there, man. It's spiritual warfare is happening. And you just never know when you're going to cross paths with the devil's soldiers. We, on the other hand, is God's soldiers. Okay? We ready to put that damn devil down when he comes our way. You know what I'm saying? Get out my way, Satan. You're not going to have domain over me or this household or any of y'all that's out there in Gun Freak Nation. We got to stand on we got to stand on all 10 toes. You hear me? We got to stand on business when it comes to these dirty, filthy, just stinking, funky, low down, demonic savages. Somebody out there's a savage out there right now doing evil. You know what I'm saying? They doing evil right now. I'm telling you, man, it's people. They out there on a mission, trying to get a lick, trying to rob and everything. People don't want to be broke, but they don't want to put the hard hustle or work in to get their money. So guess what? They'd rather go out there and take it by force. And if they have to take your life in the process, they don't have an issue doing that, because they are already broke. They are already corrupt. When I say broke, their spirit is broke. It's been commandeered by Satan. Satan got dominance over a lot of people out there. It's a dark, wicked world. Protect your life and your family's life and your loved ones, okay? God Freak Nation. Much love. God Freak Nation. I love you. Stay righteous. Put that devil in his place. You hear me? Much love. Love you.